Plow you see it, plow you don't. A Crossout video by Dangerously Incompetent. So I was tootling around the exhibition, looking at Parser builds, as you do, because you want to try out the different configurations and you want to do it quickly. You don't want to spend ages making a build and then go, actually, I want 3 parsers. I don't want 2 parsers and some auxiliary equipment like engine and chameleon and radar detector, verifier, whatever. I want 3 because it's 50% more firepower. Or which cabin goes best with the parser? Is it the dead man, which gives you extra damage with a low number of weapons, or do you want the torero with its reduced dispersion, so when you're doing the charge shot with the parser it's really accurate and you degun people at oodles of distance, or maybe some other one, or the Omni, or whatever. I mean, it's just a quick way to try things out. If there's a particular cabin you think, oh, that might work, what's it? Janabi, that's it. Have I spelt it right? There we are. Whack it in the search options, and there you go. Bunch of parser builds with a Janabi, and you just stick them in your blueprints, then assemble them, and off you go. Taking builds from the exhibition is not only a quick way of trying out different configurations, it's a way of learning stuff, a way of learning which weapons work well with which equipment or which cabins, or a great way of connecting bits together with the structure parts. If you take this one and that one and turn this one the other way and stuff it in between, it's really well connected and it looks nice. Or way to lay out your frames and your wheels to tighten your turning circle. For instance, you may have just recently climbed out from underneath your rock and you don't know about the flywheel and its boost to reload speeds, and therefore how great that is for the parser. So it's very useful. You can learn stuff from the exhibition builds, but it's not without its risks. Take this build for example. I found it in the exhibition. Here it is, 2 times parser. It's got over 600 likes, a similar number of downloads, and a bit of care has been lavished on its appearance with the paint job and everything. It looks fairly polished. Should be pretty good, right? So I hit the like button, so I've got a long list of parser builds that I've hit the like button on, and I'm going to download them and try them all out in due course. So I empty a blueprint slot, I save this parser ×2 build into it and then assemble it and then drive it off into battle, where the first sort of thing I noticed, well, we got the engine thing, and then we got the parser shotguns, yes, and then we got a chameleon, and we've also got a verifier, which is nice because I haven't tried a verifier in ages and it might have changed a bit since I last looked at it. And then we got 2 rifts. Excuse me, why has it got rifts on it? Well, there's one way to find out. Hit the rifts and see what falls off. The plough falls off. Really? Yes, really. You operate the rifts and the front bumper falls off. You know, that bit that's armouring up the front of your vehicle, just gone. Why would you want to do it? It's the freight train plough. It's the big one, the one from Guiding Star with its 857 points of durability. Now that is a nice lot of armour for the front of your vehicle, and it's good at lifting people because it's all sloping and you mount it close to the ground. It's a nice piece of kit. Why would you want to get rid of it in a hurry? Is there some cunning plan that I can't think of? That, aha! Now is the time to release the freight train plough. Oh, we've got him at our mercy. It doesn't make sense to me. But if there is a cunning plan and you know what it is, let me know in my Discord. There's a link in the description below. The only thing I could think of, the only plausible thing I could think of is, you're at the start of the battle and you decide, I want a bit more acceleration because this thing does weigh 1,700 kilograms. Right at the start of the battle, I'll get rid of it and now I can accelerate a bit faster. But that seems unreasonable because you're paying 546 power score to have this freight train plough, plus the power score for the rifts. to have this thing on your build and you ditch it at the start of the battle on an 8,700 power score build. That's a lot of power score for something you're just going to chuck away at the start of the battle. And it gets worse because it's held on with 2 rifts. Oh, so that's another 115 twice. That's another 230 power score. You're just throwing away at the start of battle. So it's held on with rifts, and look at their durability. 15 durability, and this thing has 857 points of durability. That's a massive amount of armor held on by these teeny tiny bits, which, one explosion, one cannon shell, one bit of flamey goodness, and your freight train plow falls off the front. A huge, heavily armoured thing that costs you loads of power score, gone really easily. That is not an optimal build at all, in any way, shape or form. That's bad. Don't do this. But wait, that's not the only thing wrong with this build. Look at the wheels. Got an array ST at the back. We've got an array in the middle, and then a racing wheel ST at the front. Excuse me. No. You want the most durable wheel at the front, because it's the one that's going to get shot first, especially when it's not covered by the bumper. So having a lower durability, 160, versus you could have the 200 durability thing at the front, it's going to fall off quicker, and once it's off, you're not going to steer so good. So you don't want the racing wheel at the front. You want the array. And another reason you want the array at the front is traction. Although the wheel's stats don't list it, they all have a traction attribute. It's how well it grips the ground. It determines whether you corner like you're on rails or you start skidding. And you want the high traction wheels at the front to govern whether you turn, how well you turn. And traction, it's not listed, but it's based on the rarity. The higher rarity, the more traction. So it's another reason for wanting the array ST at the front, not the racing wheel. And there's even more. It's the way the front wheel's attached is also a problem. It could be attached to this, or replace this with an 8x4 rather than 6x4. So loads of durability and resistance to melee damage and shoot through. Or you could attach it to a really dinky tiny little piece that, although it does have melee resistance and shoot through, it doesn't have a lot of durability. Explosion, bit of melee damage, that's coming off, and your front wheel's gone, and you're not steering so good again. So this build is not optimal and could easily be improved. In summary then, the lesson of this video is just because it looks reasonably slick, just because it's got a load of likes on the exhibition, doesn't actually mean that the build's any good and that you want to take it into battle again and again. It's all well and good learning from exhibition builds, but don't trust them. That's it for this video. Like, subscribe, etc, and I'll see you shotgun fodder in battle. P.S. It's spelt Plough. That heretic Webster can take his dictionary and shove it where the sun don't shine.